Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about the Pathfinder 2E playtest and how this playtest truly is unprecedented. The Pathfinder 2E playtest, what is happening with it is unprecedented. It is a historical event within tabletop role-playing games. So one of the reasons why I've been talking about it so in-depth, and I do want to thank everybody for your patience on me kind of like bearing down on this topic and going a little deeper on it. Okay. So one of the reasons why I'm talking today is I've been fortunate to have quite a few people jumping into the comments and commenting on this, which is exciting because everybody wants to talk about Pathfinder 2E playtest because it's here. We know what it's like. Now it is the hotness right now. Like, it is the event that is taking everyone's time and attention, and overall, it's getting everybody's energy, right? Which is good because it really is a historical event. All right, and one of the things that I've seen across the comments, many people, not everyone's saying it, but many people saying is, Scott, this is nothing new. This has happened before. Pathfinder 1E playtest was free, and then they said, and available for purchase. And then they said, people were saying FFG did this with all of the Star Wars product. Right, selling the playtest versions prior to the game coming out, right, and saying there's really nothing new here. That is 100% wrong. So let's get into it. All right. So here's what's unprecedented about Pathfinder playtest 2E. Let's talk about the other iterations, the other innovations within, and not to the good, I think, within playtests overall. And that is basically, yes, there absolutely was. So one of the things that you did see was Pathfinder playtest 1E, to my knowledge, was available for purchase. But here's the difference, okay? That was a playtest. It looked like a playtest. It functioned as a playtest. And what do I mean by that? Well, it was black and white throughout the vast majority of the content. It didn't have layout, and it didn't have art, and I think it even had a pretty pure scrub cover, right? It was clearly playtest content. When you picked up the book, you go, this isn't finished. I'm not going to be proud or happy to present this to my players because this is playtest scruff. Like, you have to, there's dust on this, right? Like, it looked unfinished. It looked like a work in progress, right? Okay, that's key. FFG, right? Now let's talk about that. That's a great point about the FFG playtest, right? And one of the things is, I'm aware of all of these because I was there for them, right? I witnessed and had quite a few of these. I saw all of what was happening, right? So, which I'm very blessed. I'm fortunate I've seen the history of this, right? And so basically, FFG, people have a really good point. FFG playtest content was polished, right? It did have a nice cover. It did have nice art, and it did have layout, right? So why wasn't it a fully, why wasn't it different? Why wasn't it a complete precedent for Pathfinder the 2E? And Pathfinder is just an iteration rather than a new historical event. Here's why. The FFG playtests, okay, they did have the finishing polish that was missing on the Pathfinder 1E playtest, right? And that is, but so what were they missing? Well, they were missing large tracks of content. Like, literally 80% of the book was missing, right? These playtests were not, they would give you a few feats. They would give you, a few weapons. So you got a concept. It was always a concept. It was saying, okay, the finished product will look like this, but you're only holding 20% of the book. And you're like, ooh, this really looks nice. It's very nice, right? But it's all missing. I can't run, multiple campaigns with this. I can't run a 2-year campaign with this, right? It's it really is. Now, that's a distinction. So what is the unprecedented part of Pathfinder 2E playtest? Here's all of it, okay? So purchase, it is free. It's a playtest that is free and for purchase. Okay? Now, also unprecedented, absolutely unprecedented. This has never happened that I've seen, is playtest available in the same format, in full color, right? In layout, with new art, in PDF, soft cover, and hardcover, available in large numbers at the largest distribution Gen Con, and then essentially carried either by vendors or through distribution of Paizo across the country, right? So that is new. And here's the other one, fully formed edition. There's no content missing within the Pathfinder 2e playtest. It is a fully formed, fully functioning edition. It has beautiful writing, beautiful layout, beautiful art, beautiful publication, beautiful distribution. Flawless, and it is absolutely indistinguishable. The playtest is indistinguishable from an actual edition. And it's being given out simultaneously with the softcover purchase, with the softcover sale and the hardcover sale, for free with a PDF, which means that everyone is served. Everyone is served. Collectors are served. People who want to play with the book are served. People who need the cheaper softcover are served. People who don't want to spend any money, right, and get the product are fully served. This isn't a partial serving. This is everything. This is everything. And the execution is darn near flawless. Like, it doesn't even have typos, man. This thing is unprecedented, right? And it is a historical event because it is the first time in history a fully formed edition has been released for free in PDF, softcover, and hardcover by a brick and mortars TRPG, and it is massively important because Paizo is a brick and mortar release TRPG. They have a building, people put on their pants and their skirt and they go to work, and they drink their coffee and then they go to work and they make TRPGs and they have a 401k and all, it's a real business, right? Which means that every single publisher in the industry who's serious about what they do will look at what they've done and say, oh, well, what I'm about to release is crap compared to what was just released for free by Paizo. It raises the bar for every single publisher, and that is not good. It is not good, okay? What Paizo has done is fantastic for Paizo and terrible for the TRPG industry, okay? And basically they have every right to do it, right? They don't have an obligation to look out for the rest of the TRP industry, but they are a member of the TRPG publishing community, and and I believe they are called to nobility, right? To think of beyond their own walls. And with this book, they are not thinking beyond their own walls. This is not a sustainable business model, right? Lewis Porter Jr. jumped on one of these threads and talked about how what he feels like is it looks exactly like how a drug dealer, distributes, giving away the free and then seeing for people to come back more, right? And in that circumstance, it's exactly what I'm saying. Great for that drug dealer, terrible for the community, right? And so that's my issue, is what they've done is they have made a product that is the Pathfinder 2e playtest is not a playtest. The word playtest on Pathfinder 2e as it exists today is a misnomer. When they release the feedback, when they release the product with the feedback from everybody, that will be Pathfinder 3.0. It just won't have the name, right? And in addition, as a community, as a tabletop role-playing game community, we're about to see a new level of confusion, right? There's already, when you go into tabletop role-playing games, there's confusion on these books work with this edition. Now it's going to be these books worked with this edition and with these playtests. There's a possibility you could have small companies doing exactly what Paizo did to Wizards of the Coast to Paizo. When they bring out their new edition, when they bring out Pathfinder 2e, no playtest, You could have a company comes along and says, look at what junk this is with all this feedback they shoved in. They've shoved in the wrong feedback. It's a bad addition. But guess what? Ghibli-Boo Publishing has you covered, and now we're making content for the Pathfinder 2E playtest because we can, right? And because Paizo asked for it. The new level of confusion that this product has the possibility of introducing is mammoth. And so that's my issue is Pathfinder 2E truly is unprecedented, right? And one of the things I'm trying to do with my channel is I'm talking about Dungeons & Dragons from I'm doing meta-textual commentary on Dungeons & Dragons and Neo historical commentary on Dungeons & Dragons. Why am I talking about Pathfinder 2E? Because it's all about Dungeons & Dragons. One, it's a Dungeons & Dragons clone. Two, Paizo was birthed literally out of decisions made from Wizards of the Coast. And Pathfinder 2E is all about Dungeons & Dragons, really. And so really, the talking about Dungeons & Dragons from a meta-textual commentary perspective, from a neo-historical commentary perspective, really is talking about the whole TRPG market because they're so intimately braided, right? And so that's my issue, is this truly is unprecedented. And the people in the comments who are saying, Scott, this is not new, all that those people they are the frog in the boiling water. They are not seeing what's happening, which is a increase of expectation of every tabletop role-playing game player and dungeon master that I get a fully formed edition from brick and mortar companies for nothing. That is unsustainable. There needs to be a fix for Pathfinder 2E playtest. That fix might come from how the expectations of the tabletop role-playing game community are set. It might come in some ways, but I really feel it can't be unaddressed. That address might need to come from Paizo. It might need to come from WotC. It might need to come from the community itself. But we cannot be making expectations for the industry that you get a fully formed, beautiful art, beautiful layout, beautiful publishing, beautiful everything, fully formed edition for nothing, and then everybody served. People who want it for nothing, people who want the soft cover, people who want the hardcover for playtest. The bar is too high. It breaks people. It breaks companies. I really feel this is not a good event for the TRPG market. It truly is not, right? And so I just wanted to clarify why I've talked at such length about the Pathfinder 2E playtest. It is wholly unprecedented. Please consider liking and subscribing. Take care.